Welcome.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina Krauss, aka Blondie, and you're watching Simply Blondie, where I talk about pretty much everything and anything that is on my mind, from the very important stuff all the way down to the BS and everything in between. Hi, guys. So this is going to be a solo stream today. It might be a short stream too, because since I don't really have much to talk about today, um, yeah. So you may have not know may or may not notice this. I am actually also streaming on my Facebook. In the past, I have mentioned that I am no longer going to be streaming on my Facebook because of reasons. And yeah. So give me one quick second because I forgot that I even had it. Hello. Hi. I just saw that. Hello, Stonewall of Dragon. Shield Wall of Dragon Stonewall. What the hell? I'm still waking up. I took a nap before I started the stream. Um, but give me one quick second because I have everything all set up and I'm going to set the mood in a second, but we are going to be talking about a few things. Let me go look for something real quick. What am I looking for? There we go. Found it. Okay. I gotta turn down the volume because I need the chat open here as well because I'm gonna forget. Anywho, so yes, hello everybody. Welcome back to my channel where like I said, I talk about pretty much everything and anything. It is a solo stream today. It's not because I couldn't find anybody. I just kind of want to nip some stuff in the butt real quick. I have been more prominent on the Twitter feeds and all that. I've been kind of posting more on there. And I did post up my list that I forgot to upload here. Are those gems? No, these are just little dots. I wanted to feel sparkly today, so I've been putting little sparkles under my eyes for some bizarre reason. So, and yeah, that's just the main reason as to why I look so sparkly today. But yeah, so no, they're not gems. They're just little, I guess, little imprints that I put on my face for some bizarre reason because I want to look sparkly. Let me upload something real quick while I was talking. So I have been more and more. You see, yeah, I saw about the stream on Twitter. Yeah, so I've been posting up on Twitter a lot more, and I did post up a thing of my list. So here is my list of this month's lineup. So today we're doing Renfield. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to be doing another stream. I usually do one stream a week. And like I said last week, I'm going to start doing 2 streams a week. And I'm going to slowly build up to 3 streams. So it should be fun. Now, I opened up the invitation to other people. I'm the type of person that I don't like to drag people in and be like, hey, do you want to do this? Or hey, do you want to do that? I can recognize people's weakness and strengths. I mentioned in my last stream on Wednesday that my weakness is comic books. I am not comic book savvy. I don't really know comic books that well because I wasn't really exposed to comic books other than through my stepbrothers, but I wasn't allowed to touch them. And I really wasn't into them until I got into my 20s. So when I started reading more comic books in my 20s, I started small collections of any comic books that I would dress up as the character. So have a small little collection. Now, I try to incorporate as many as my friends as I can, as possible as I can, because like I said, I don't want to make my friends uncomfortable. I want to use my platform to welcome people in for open discussions about different topics, even reviews or pretty much anything that they want to have, hash out or something. And are they all at the same time? Yes, they are all at the same time. They're 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be 7 Eastern, 7, yeah, 5, 6, yeah, 7 Eastern Standard Time. And for now, when time falls back, it's going to be back to 5 because of the fact that I'm 2 hours behind the East Coast because in Arizona, they don't really abide by the time, roll up the time changes and everything. But going back to what I was saying, I just don't want to drag my friends into something that they don't want to do and they make them uncomfortable or they feel like they're excluded because they don't understand the information. I just want my platform to be something where people can come in, share their experience with something that they want to be passionate about, they want to talk about. And like I said, I just want this platform to be just more of a educational debates, more civil debates, because I've seen people when they go into other people's debates, they just go like ham on each other. And it's just like, I don't know why. It's just weird for me. And it's just like, it doesn't really solve anything. So, like I said, I open it up to everybody and anybody. You want to come in, if there is a topic that you see on this list for now, because I do have May in the works. So if there's any topic that you like, that you want to be a part of, because already I have several people for the 24th and the 26th coming in that I was not expecting to come in. If that topic is something you want to talk about and you want to hash out what you feel, if it is or isn't, and we talk about it, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the statuses on my Twitter. I'm going to try to post up more on my Instagram, especially when it comes to my live streams. I really don't do that much. So let me think what else. Oh, the one thing I did forget, that there is going to be occasions, not all the time, but occasionally I will dress up. So I completely blanked out that the post is up, that whenever there is a topic, I will put an emoji next to it. So it might be a star emoji or something. That day, I will dress up for the occasion. So you will see me in cosplay. Like I did for my video game panel, I dressed up as Cammy White from Street Fighter 5, her battle tactic outfit. Kind of like quickly put together because I didn't have everything. It was just curly hair Cammy. I will have little stars next to it of showing which ones I'm going to be dressing up. So, or kind of like putting in like some form of effort and dressing up. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. So for me, I already know for a fact that I am going to be reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when that comes out. Most likely, 100% is going to be spoiler free, like Renfield. And I might do, well, Renfield's kind of not really a spoiler free. I might do a spoiler section where I will just drop everything and let you guys know, like, yeah. But yeah. All right. So that is that. Okay. So like down below, down my ticker. If you are not following me, or if you're right now on my Facebook, and you haven't done it, please do so. Please go click on the link to whatever it takes you to my YouTube channel. It's going to be Simply Blondie. It will take you to be the first one up there. But these are all my social media accounts that you can hang out with me. You can follow me. You can chit chat. You can talk, whatever. Um, Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, as well as the Clock app. I know that Clock app is going to be shutting down pretty soon. And I kind of jumped in a little bit too late because I kind of stepped back, came back, and now I'm just like trying to post more and more often on the Clock app. But yeah, all right. So let me set the mood real quick, because like I had this all programmed and everything. I need to get curtains, to be honest, because right now I have like a mixture of like my ring light and my natural light from my window. I need to get blackout curtains for my office, and that's like the one thing I keep telling myself over and over. Like, you got to get blackout curtains. You got to get a new chair. So that's gonna be the one thing. I also did not put that on the ticker. I do have coffee. It is on the YouTube page. So if you want, and it's optional. I'm not making anybody, I'm not forcing anybody. It is totally up to you. You want to, because I've had people already ask me and already offer to, like, you know, the light level's fine to me. No, 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 I know. I just need to kind of black it out just a teeny tiny bit, because the LEDs sometimes act out. You can't really tell. But I do have coffee. If you guys are interested, you guys are more than welcome to. I've had people already ask if there's any possible way they can help me with my channel, help my channel grow a little bit more. I do not have a Patreon. I'm still working on that Patreon. I have it, but it's not available to the public. So coffee, if you guys are interested, it is on my YouTube channel. So with that said, let me just switch up the lightings for my usual lightings real quick. So all right, see, that's the reason why, like, I want the blackout curtains, because like you really can't tell that it was much of a change. So anyway, so let me change gears real quick. Where's my banners? Oh, that's right. I'm in my other main topics. There you go. Renfield 2023. All right. This movie was on my list for quite some time. At first, it really wasn't on my list at all. It was one of the movies that I was thinking about skipping for quite some time. I don't know why, but I just wasn't really drawn to it. If you saw my last stream, I did do somewhat of a prediction, but I forgot about one character, and that was Aquafina's character. So we'll get into that in a bit. I forgot about her character completely. So, but as I saw more and more commercials for this movie, I became more intrigued about it. And I'm just gonna say this right now. It's been a long, long time since we've seen Nicolas Cage on the big screen. Now, if you guys don't know, I mean, this is from what I remember, from what I read up on and what I learned. I might do a whole Nick Cage thing on people who vanished from Hollywood and came back, which will be a topic I'll talk about. Most likely be once on whatever. Nick Cage kind of vanished for a little bit. The last movie that I saw him in theaters was the National Treasure movies, and it was the second one. That was the last time I saw him on the big screen. Now, the story is that in the past he bought something. It was a dinosaur bone that he spent a lot of money on. And apparently the person, the dealer that sold it to him, stole it from a museum. And it wasn't an actual dinosaur bone. It was a fake one. So not only did he have to pay for the fines, but there was a lot of legal issues that he had to pay out. I think also he was going through a divorce. So there was just a period of time where he just kind of like fell out and was just not really involved in Hollywood at all. The latest movie I saw of him, and I know there was the one with Pedro Pascal. I haven't seen that one yet. But the last one that I actually did see with him was Wally's Wonderland. And if you haven't seen it, it is on Hulu right now, I think. I really don't know. That movie in itself is probably one of my favorite guilty pleasures to watch every so often because, like, even though I hate predictable films, especially when it comes to slasher films, this one, he plays crazy, but he doesn't talk throughout this whole movie. So it was just like, it was nice to see him once again, even though it was a small scale movie. It wasn't something that was released into theaters, not that I'm aware of, but it was kind of like it was also a sample of what we're going to expect for Five Nights at Freddy's that's coming out this year in October. So with Nick Cage back on the big screen, starring along Nicholas Holtz, and this took me a bit because I recognized him right away, but I just couldn't remember where the hell I've seen him, and he was Beast from the X-Men movies, I believe. Now, this is where a lot of people, okay, what I actually loved about this film is that they did a almost a frame by frame of the classic 1931 Dracula movie. It is in the trailers. It is a frame by frame in the very beginning of the movie where it's just black and white. It is like I said, frame by frame of Renfield meeting Dracula and their whole relationship of how it's basically formed. But this is more taking place in Renfield's life. Now, some of the story, Renfield wants to get out of this relationship, this partnership, this deal, whatever you guys want to call it, with Dracula. He's been working for him for about 90 years, and he has been nothing but a loyal servant to him. Now, he is done. He's been going to help groups to get out of a toxic relationship. Now, in the beginning, you think, oh, he's really trying to, but as time goes on, he's actually really is trying. Now, it does have other people, other actors, such as Ben Schwartz, who plays a mobster's son, as well as Aquafina, and so many other people in this film. Now, here is kind of where I was just like a little bit. It's fun. It is. It's a goofy Dracula vampire movie, and I'm not saying it's amazing, but what I'm saying it's watchable. You can literally sit down, watch it, and still have fun with it. I actually had fun. The CGI, what I had the issue was the CGI itself. Storytelling was really good. I did not like the side stories, especially like the predictable ones. I don't feel like this is much of a spoiler because it is somewhat in the trailer of this movie, and that is Aquafina's character, her dad. This is always the cliche ones of her dad being killed on duty, and now she is trying to get revenge on the person that killed her father. It was just like I feel like that trope has been played out so much, and they could have done so much more with it or something different with it. The main story, though, I wanted them to kind of focus a little bit more on that aspect. Yes, they did focus it primarily, which you do see it prominently in the trailers in itself. But I when they would kind of like vanish from that point and go back and forth with it, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, that's right. It's about Dracula and Renfield. It's not about these people. Now there is like it's funny as hell. Like it's probably one of the funnier comedies that I've seen in a while. Aquafina and Ben Schwartz are actually just the two comedy reliefs. Both very talented actors. Aquafina, I mean, I've seen her in Raya and the Last Dragon, which and also Shang-Chi. I've seen her in that. And what I like about her is that she doesn't really play with that cliche of having to be that romantic interest. She's just that friend or that go-to pal that you can go to and kind of talk to. And yes, there is a little bit of controversy with her with how she talks, I guess. I mean, that's like what 2001 or 2002 that people were complaining about the way she was talking. Yeah, I do. I actually do like Aquafina. Like I'm still kind of like getting used to her, but I do like her as a person. There's was like I said, there was a lot of controversy behind her with the way she talks, but I mean, what can you do? That's usually most people do that. With Ben Schwartz, on the other hand, I like this actor a lot, but I feel like with me watching like Sonic, The Rise of the Ninja Turtles, along with DuckTales, the 2017 version, I couldn't unhear Dewey's voice the entire time. I couldn't unhear Leo's voice, or I could not unhear Sonic's voice the entire time because I'm just sitting here laughing my ass off whenever he comes on and he starts talking, or he does like when he does like his excited screams or something, or he does like a scream. All like is just like, oh my god, this is Dewey or this is Sonic. It's just I should have like not watched none of this shit, but it's just like I couldn't stop laughing, and it's just funny that, he'll do it. But, the thing is that there was the one thing I did like I'm actually, like, jumping around right now. The one thing that I did like was the lighting. That's why I was talking about how, like, I want, the curtains so I can, cover up everything and, like, have more of the LEDs in the background. This movie does take a lot of the lighting, like, very beautifully. Like, I actually do like the lighting they have in it. You do see it in the trailers, there's a lot of neon colors, and I like it a lot. I actually do like that whole transition between the different colors, and when I was, like, kind of, like, going through my head and the notes and all that, I was just more along the lines of, I really should talk about colors and psychology behind it and why it's like so important when it comes to film work and how lighting can make or break a scene. A lot of the scenes that had the neon lights were very like entertaining. It was a lot primarily around like Dracula as well as Renfield. And majority of the time it was either like bold reds like what I have here or blues or purples, and it's just like, you know, made everything worthwhile. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, hello, Green Dragon of America. Yo, what is up? And let me see. Love the outfit of the theme. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just wearing my Ouija hoodie today because I was about to not do camera footage today, but I was just like, I'll just do it for you guys today. Let me take my name off for a second because I'm like, ugh. There we go. There we go. So here we go. The lighting was I loved. Storytelling, like they could easily, what was it? Does the majority of the movie take place at night? No, it does not. That is what I liked about it. In the trailer, you do see um there's a lot of scenes that is not taking place at night. What this is the one thing I keep forgetting that I'm like, it takes place in New Orleans. And that whole thing, that whole aspect of it taking place in New Orleans made it so much better because if you a lot of people don't know this. When it comes to like the vampire lifestyle, New Orleans is where a lot of it is, is that a teardrop? Oh, here? No, it's not a teardrop. That's that. That's not a teardrop. I'm sorry. I'm not crying because the movie's that bad. No, it's a little gem. But gems are like little liquid. So I'm gonna have to stop putting I'm gonna have to stop because people are thinking I'm crying. Sorry, I was eating dinner. Hi, robotic. Hello, robotic turtle 88. So no, you're not, you're good. I'm still talking about it. But no, it does not take place majority of night. It does take place. I would say maybe if I have to do like a percentage wise, I would say maybe 80, fuck, 50-50, to be honest. It does take place during the day, it takes place during the night. So it kind of goes back and forth. The opening, it does take place at night. So you don't have to like, it's not primarily at nighttime. The reason why is because you do see in the trailer that, and everyone thinks that it's because one point Dracula does get hurt, so he has to kind of consume blood in order to kind of regenerate and gain his power back. So he's in this stage of kind of like decomposing. So he's trying to regain his power. So it's like primarily is during the day. New Orleans has got that, obviously. New Orleans got that voodoo, satanic. Yep. Pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty much why they did it. Now, the whole thing is just like a lot of the points was really predictable. A lot of corruption. Obviously, they touched up on the corruption in New Orleans Police Department and pretty much everybody in the city. There was a couple scenes in this movie. One of it, you do see it in the trailer, and I mentioned it a while back, like in my others, like several times. A lot of times trailers have a tendency to just give you everything in the trailer. So about 80 to 90% of the movie is in the trailer. There is a scene where it's a fight scene, and the fight sequences are really funny. They do get a little bit out of hand and very cartoony, but at the same time, it's just like you got to think it's a comedy, it's a horror, it's an action. It's gonna get really cartoony, it's gonna get really silly. So it's just like take what it is. But there's a point where Renfield is fighting in a restaurant scene, and he stabs one person in the neck with a fork. So I guess it's somewhat of a spoiler. The one that gets stabbed in the throat or the neck is Teddy Lobo, which is played by Ben Schwartz. That bugged me for a bit because of the fact it was wait, what? I'll look at it in a second. I'm like, what? That, to be honest, like, it bugged me because, like, I guess I'm very observant when it comes to films, and when I notice something that doesn't make any sense, I'm like, "Wait a minute, what how did this transpired?" But then the outcome is not there, like, what the hell's going on? And it's campy. Oh, yeah, no, the movie, yeah, is campy. It's literally campy. But no, the thing is that, like, he just gets stabbed in the neck with a fork, and it's just like there's no bandage, there's nothing on the side of your neck on his neck. So that was the one thing I noticed. I'm just like, how is it that you guys are going to overlook that one little detail? Yes, I understand people are not really paying attention when it comes to movies. They're not going to pay attention to small details. But like having something on the side of his neck, like a bandage or something showing like, hey, yeah, no, like I got fucked up, like, oh, I got stabbed, nothing, just absolutely nothing. So it bugged me throughout the whole time. Now, I guess is in a sense a spoiler a little bit. They were so hyper fixated on one thing the entire film, and it at first it annoyed me, but then it kind of made me question because I feel like this movie's just a one-off thing. Like, yes, they did a frame by frame of the 1931 Dracula, but the thing is that what and it's supposed to be, if you guys, I didn't even know this until someone pointed out. When they did a frame by frame, it's literally supposed to be a continuation from that movie in the 1931, that Dracula movie, which I'll show you real quick. It's supposed to be like a frame by frame. It's just basically frame by frame of this movie, like of everything of how it leads up to this. Now it's his story. But the one thing that they were just so hyper fixated on, so I'm just kind of like, I'm hoping you guys do not do a second film because I personally feel like this is literally a one-off movie and that's it. Like, I don't need a second part because they just kept mentioning over and over, like, oh, this thing can help a lot of people heal, and like, if I use it, like, it'll heal you or it'll fix you or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, and then right at the end, you see it again, and you're just like, I'm thinking, like, are you guys gonna come with a second movie? Because I personally feel like you don't really need to, because then now you're just literally, taking a classic film and just monopolizing it. I know for a fact that Universal is trying to do their like dark side Universal with all the classic monsters and everything. When they've done it already with the Mummy, I'm just hoping that they don't do it with this thing, you know, and continue with the same movie and try to make it like a trilogy, kind of like a trilogy or a sequel or whatever. Yes, Dracula played by Nick Cage, was perfectly. That was a role that he should have played from the very beginning. Nick Cage as Dracula, him playing crazy, him with his wide eye look that he does every so often. And I'm like seriously trying to find something, and I'm like I don't even remember where I put it. Nick Cage with his wide eyes just like constantly like staring you down. It was just like uncomfortable. It was unnerving. I think I never put it up. That's probably what it is. I'm gonna look for it while let me see if I can find it. No, I don't have it. Damn it. Nick Cage was meant to play with Dracula. Like the new mummy. Yeah, see, like right here, perfect. Thank you. The new mummy movie was terrible. Yes. Like it was bad. It was really bad. And I'm just like, here, this is like this movie has been getting like mixed reviews. Some people are saying it's really good, some people are saying it's pretty decent, or others are saying it's just straight up garbage. Now, where I live, it might sound like it was straight up garbage, but I explained it last time. I'm probably going to explain it a couple more times. When I was in my old area, in California, the theaters would always be packed. Here, there was about 8 people in the theater. And this is one of the big theaters that they do a lot of IMAX stuff. And 8 people only. So I'm kind of like, okay, this is a Friday, it's the day the movie came out, and I went at 1:45 in the afternoon. A lot of times there are more people in there, but there was just me and like 7 other people. And I had fun with the movie. There was no end credits. I had to Google it because I was just like, I'm not gonna sit through all these credits just to see what's gonna happen next. And they said there's none. So yes, small town life. Yes, exactly. Small town life. I don't have to. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to push my luck when it comes to Guardians 3, but I might be able to see Guardians 3 with no problems. But yeah, for me, it's like I had fun with it. It's a very entertaining film for almost like a summer, not necessarily a blockbuster hit or anything. It did pretty well, pretty decent. Not as good as Mario. Mario's still kicking ass in the box office, but this movie in itself, like I said, I had a lot of fun. There was a little details here and there that kind of bugged me, especially like that small detail with the fork in the neck. Yes, gotta Google it these days. No time to sit. I have no time to sit. I had to go home. It was hot. Like I was already tired. They already convinced me to buy a large popcorn, and I wasn't even finished with it. And thank God I didn't buy a soda. But shit, I took the popcorn home. I took that shit home. But I had to hydrate real quick. But it was a fun movie. Is it a movie that I'll watch it again and again? No, not really. Probably if one of my friends, like I would say, people will, if someone says, "Oh, hey, have you seen this?" No, I haven't. Well, you want to watch it? Sure, let's go watch it. Mario was the first movie in like 2 years that, wait, hold on. Mario was a movie that Mario was the first movie in like 2 years that had more than 10 people in the theater. Yeah, that's how my theater was. In my theater, when I saw Mario, there was about like I would say 10 to 12 people in my theater, and a lot of it was kids. And they would like one of the moms, which I'm getting sidetracked right now, but I'll just tell you a quick ass story. One of the moms that was behind me, the kid, how kids get excited and all that. So when they see a movie that is for kids, and remember Mario is for kids, this one, on the other hand, Renfield, I saw a lot of old people, and I was just kind of like, maybe they're here for Nick Cage, because I'm like, I don't think grandma wants to see, someone's throat getting slit and blood everywhere. I'm like, okay, grandma, but I'm like, I'm not judging because I'd probably be that same age when I get there watching slasher films and be like, back in my day, this was better. But what do you do? Wait, let me see. Hold on. What do you like on your popcorn? Why is everyone asking that question? What do I like on my popcorn? Butter. That's butter, extra butter. I don't. Yeah, extra butter. That's pretty much what I usually do. It's just extra butter. That's all it is. Extra butter, a little bit of salt. That's about it. If I can have the powders, I would do the chili lemon powder. They have a little small little things where you can just put little powder on it. I put chili powder on that one, or taki on my. I want spicy popcorn, so I like spicy stuff. Yeah, they were there for Nick Cage, I bet. Yeah. I was there for Nick Cage. I was there for Nicholas Holt. I was there for Ben Schwartz, because also this is the one thing that really caught me off guard about Ben is that a lot of his characters that I listed, the Sonic, Dewey from DuckTales, the 2017 version, along with Leo from The Rise of the Ninja Turtles, he plays usually like a good character or a good guy or somebody that's trying to prove himself. And the same thing with his current his current roles that he does is like trying to prove himself to other people. And personally, that was a side storyline with that, was that him trying to prove to his mom that he can take over the organization when she's done, when she wants to retire, he can be the one to take over. And I kind of sat there and I'm just like, no, I really don't really trust you with taking over an organization such as, this organization. Which also, another thing bugged me was the fact that their group name was Lobo, and Lobo means like wolf. And not a single person in that group spoke Spanish. Like, that was the one thing. And that was also another thing that I heard one other person say in like one of the reviews, that, yeah, why would you name an organization in New Orleans Lobo? Like, I would have probably named it something else that fits to that status or to what you are when you actually. But no, I'm just kind of sitting here thinking like, okay, I mean, not a single person. I know that Ben Schwartz does speak Spanish, but he has that gringo Spanish. Lobo, because Lobo sounds cool. It does. It really does. It's the Lobo sounds really cool. But oh my god, I know he speaks Spanish, but he does speak white, kind of like, white people Spanish. God bless being bilingual Latinos. Like, yeah. Like, I speak Spanish and my Spanish is horrible, and a lot of people may not know this. I'm Cuban. So yo soy cubana, toda mi familia está en Florida. So yo sabe español. Mi español está malo melo, malo melo. I have my stuff in nose. But yo lo tengo, no sabe escribe, or I can't read it right in Spanish, so I'm useless. They should have went with a French or Creole. They should have yeah, exactly. They should have gone with a French or Creole name, but I didn't write the damn movie. It was just funny as hell that they went with, the Lobo. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, no one speaks Spanish here. I mean, it means wolf. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Oh, hello, Truth 31. How are you? We're about to like switch over. But yeah, God bless being bilingual Latinos. Yes, exactly. I just sat there and I was talking Spanish, so that's the first and last time. I'm still gonna probably do it one more time. Chili lemon is dope. Yes. Yeah, chili on everything. Yes. I like spicy, but if I can't, I yeah, that's what I usually put on my popcorn. It's probably a voodoo related thing. Probably it should have been something voodoo related, but they didn't really go with it. Oh God, there was one other thing that bugged me, and I guess I'll just do a quick spoiler alert. Um, yeah, I mean, you see at the end of the film, at the end of the trailer, so there's a point in the trailer you do see as someone, you kind of have an idea. Um, the police department in New Orleans is corrupt, and Aquafina's character Rebecca and Nick Holt's character team up together, start working together. He does kind of break away. That group therapy. I love the group therapy sessions. Like, those moments were actually pretty funny because there was just one person that she kept trying to share her story, and then someone will come in and just completely cut her off, and she'll just get so frustrated. So every time that would happen, I would just think about like situations that I've been in, and I'm like, I would be talking and then someone will come in, say something, and it's just like, bro, fuck what I gotta say. Oh, I'm sorry Jake, sorry YouTube. But like, she would get frustrated, so I'm like, I understand and I sympathize with your frustration when you're trying to get something across. So everybody in that whole place, they get killed. They get killed. The one thing that was like, that's what it was. The one thing that they were so hyper fixated on was Dracula's blood. Like, they kept bringing that up every so often. They stopped bringing it up and then they brought it up again 2 more times, 3 more times. And I was just thinking, because at the end, right when everything's wrapping up, you see a little, now I'm sorry, spoilers, a jug of Dracula's blood on the table, labeled Dracula's blood, and just the camera sits on it for about, I would say, like 5, 6, maybe 7 seconds. And I'm just kind of like, are we getting a second one? Because if we are, I'm not prepared. Like, I'm not ready for this. Like, I'm really not. There is a lot of open questions about what happened with the mom, which I forgot the actress's name, but her character's name is Bella Lobo. You question of where the hell she was at throughout this whole thing. And I'm just like, I feel like we're probably gonna get a part two. I don't know. I'm hoping Universal has some sense and be like, you know what, let's just shelf this, maybe not pick it up. And if we decide to do it again, we'll do it again later. But please don't, please, Universal. Like, I know there's a lot of stuff happening with you right now, but please, please, please do not make another one of this. Like, I cannot, I don't want to go back in. What is that figure? Oh, the little figure pop this is me. A friend of mine, when I was still in Florida, bought it for, well, actually got it commissioned. So it's supposed to be like a little version of myself. Oh God, they can't help themselves these days. No, they cannot. I get it. Studios want to make that green. They want to make that money. But after a while, when you have a very like lackluster property or something, and you want to expand on it, and it's just more of like, please don't, just please don't. But I feel like they might. That's one of my theories, that they might come back with another one. Um, Shit, they even had like a Mortal Kombat scene, which I was just like, wow, how how egotistical. Shut up. That's just me. Okay. No, my friend got it for me. I have another one. I gotta go look for him. It's a hipster Esper with a little coffee cup. I have to go look for him. But yeah, like I said, would I watch this again? Maybe. If someone in my group of friends say, "Hey, I haven't seen this. Can we watch it?" Sure, I'll watch it. Yeah, you better be joking. Egotistical. That's just me. I don't want to be part of it. Would I watch it again? Like I said, if a friend hasn't seen it, I'll go watch it with them and probably have fun again. It is a fun movie. It's just a movie that I would not watch on loop unless I want to have background sound. I'll probably put it as a background sound, and that's about it. Um, feel like I'm missing something. Ben Shorts, villain. He did pretty good. He was obnoxious, but he did pretty good, and I was surprised about that. And I applaud. He can actually play cocky mobster son who cries to mommy all the time, but he plays pretty good. He was actually pretty good at it, so I applaud him. So good job. All right, so we're gonna switch gears real quick. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go first with. You know what? Let's do this one. They make it quick, straight to the point. Go here. Uh, okay. So this popped up while I was getting everything ready for pretty much everything for today's show and Wednesday's show. This popped up on my Facebook first and then on my Twitter. Apparently, rumors are going around, and I will give you those tweets right now. Rumors are going around that Marvel Studio wants to replace or kind of recast Kang the Conqueror following Jonathan Majors' arrest and accusations surrounding the actor. And I'm kind of like, we have yet seen that video footage at all. And I already knew for a fact that we're not going to see it for quite some time because they have to do the whole investigation before they can kind of like, let me see. I heard the movie was kind of bloody. Yes, the movie was we're going back to, I guess, Renfield. Yes, the movie was very bloody, very chunky blood, chunky. A lot of faces and arms being ripped off and bodies breaking and bones. It was just really gory. But yeah, it was a very bloody blood fest. That's why they have it categorized as like comedy, horror, and action. But Jonathan Majors, sorry, back to him. Yeah, so apparently they want to recast they want to recast his role to somebody else. And this right now is all rumors at the moment. It's just rumors. That's all it is. It has not been concrete proof. I talked about this when a story came out. Well, I'm sold. It's bloody. Um I wasn't sold on it. I'm not sold on this right now because of the fact, and I mentioned it in one of my streams, that I'm trying to remember who was the one that pointed it out to me, that I mentioned that Disney casted Robert Downey Jr. to do Iron Man after they did Shaggy Dog, because Shaggy Dog came out before Iron Man, the first one came out. And somebody says that it was a tester for him to see if Robert Downey Jr. can do it. And I'm kind of like, yes, I guess. But at the same time, I think at that time also Disney was already owned the property of Marvel. At that point, I gotta like really dig deep on this shit. But yes, so far, I like I said, I'm taking this rumor right now as a grain of salt. I personally don't believe they're gonna recast somebody that quickly without actually seeing the footage. I know that maybe they have seen it and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look, it looks good, it looks bad. We don't know because a lot of times footage from these kind of stories doesn't get to the masses until much later on, or it's leaked in some sense. So apparently, like I said, apparently he's being recasted. And he barely started acting like in 2017 is when he started to kind of like rise up and being given this this opportunity to be casted as King the Conqueror is now being taken away from him because of one incident. So it may or may not. We don't know yet. So we'll find out. So anyway, next story. Next story. I figured this was gonna be a short ass thing, but I think my next topic is gonna be a little bit longer because I got excited. So starting today, the Knuckles show, the Knuckles series begins filming today. It was actually released today by the director himself, Jeff Fuller. It was released today that the starting of the filming for Knuckles has started today. So this show should be coming out on Paramount Plus in the new year in 2024. I actually had to go jump onto kind of find out what the plot is. It is a very simplistic plot that I absolutely find it hilarious, but it's gonna be interesting. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me one quick second. All right. So the plot of it in itself is going to be about the series about Knuckles agreeing to train Wade about the ways of the Echidna warriors. So if you don't remember who Wade is, Wade was this individual from the first one and the second one who was the kind of like the deputy sheriff to Tom's character of Green Hills. And basically this is gonna be interesting. From the Sonic from the Sonic video games? No, it's just I think it's its own little standalone thing. This actually does take place between the second movie going into the third film. So already they're saying it's like I said, I'm reading it from my other screen here. I will provide this individual's Twitter account, which is Woody and Daffy Duck Twitter. He's the one that posted it all up with all the information and all that. So yes, Jeff Fuller is coming back. He's returning to basically direct the pilot episode, but I feel like there's going to be other episodes where he's not going to be involved whatsoever. Ow. The series right now is currently being filmed in London at the moment. There's going to be a lot of okay, so let me think. I'm already hoping, and I already said this already once, is that they have skipped over like two characters that I actually do love, and that is Metal Sonic, which we talked about in the video game episode. They skip it over as Metal Sonic as well as Chaos. So a part of me already is kind of like I'm hoping that these two characters, or at least one of them, comes in before they go to the third one, because automatically the third film is going to focus a lot more on Shadow. And if they're following the games, the Sonic one comes out with the for Dreamcast came out with Chaos coming out first and then Shadow. With that one, actually, Sonic 3, they're actually in pre-writing right now. There had been some scenes which I did not grab it up, mentioned on Wednesday when I do grab them. That Amy is in it, and she is actually I think it's here. No, never mind. He's not. He doesn't have it here. Damn it. But yeah, so there's just like so basically, yeah, they're already working on scripts for for the third film. This one is already in production right now in London, and a lot of characters, including Maddie, which was the pretzel lady, is going to be back. So I guess it's going to be, you know, Chaos going to be in there, but I feel like more of Wade trying to find like some form of importance, because if you had noticed in the other two, he was kind of like he was there, but he wasn't really there. He wasn't really like brave and all that. So I guess going to Knuckles to ask him for help to make him stronger in the Echidna warrior way is what he feels is going to help. This is going to be on Paramount Plus. I believe it will be released in 2024 because Sonic 3 comes out in December of 24. And I'm excited for that. So I'm waiting for a trailer. Most likely a trailer might be dropped towards like end of summer, going into fall. They'll probably even release some footage of it at the gaming awards that happens every year in December. So we might get some footage. Um, I'm gonna butcher this poor man's name, and this guy's the hottest man right now for me, and that's Isrik Isba is coming back as, and I butchered his name, I'm so sorry, is coming back as Knuckles to basically provide the voice for him. I already started questioning if Sonic himself is going to make some cameos here and there, which I don't think so. I mean, I don't think he would. If he does, they'll probably be very small sections of it, or it could easily be that Knuckles does his own little thing. He doesn't really stay at the house. He just stays somewhere else and kind of like hangs out over there and just comes back to visit every so often to make sure the other two, Sonic and Tails, are out of trouble. So, yeah, I'm excited and I cannot wait for that to come out. Like, I really cannot. I feel like, hold on, let me see. I feel like the show will have flashbacks with Knuckles before the events of the second movie. I feel like that too. Because the thing is that in the second film, there wasn't a lot of backstory for Knuckles other than when he came in and that was it. And him talking about his childhood of how, and you see it firsthand that his dad, tells him to stay. I feel like you're going to see more of that. And I do agree with you on that one. I do agree that they're going to probably bring more story. But what I do, and I'm loving this, is that they do have, or is it my damn thing? They do have the hat from the Sonic OVA shows that they had. So I'm excited for that. Just to see the cowboy hat is just like wow. So I can't wait. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they don't butcher this because right now, like we have the competition right now with Mario doing phenomenally in the box office right now, and obviously working on a second one because after this one came out, they already announced that they are in production or they're in pre-production to do a second film. Already with that one, it's gonna literally be heavy on the Yoshi. And Jack Black's already been saying that he wants if they were to bring in Wario and Waluigi, like he would want Pedro Pascal to be Wario. So I talked about it the last episode when I did my review on the Mario Brothers movie. I'm going to be working on that. Let me see. There's a tie in the prequel comics, but it wasn't much. Yeah. But the one thing that I am having issues with and is the fact that they have yet said anything about what's really going to happen, or have they recasted um Robotnik, or that was played by Jim Carrey. Now, thus far not hearing that they have recasted his character is a good sign because that means that there's a strong possibility that he might come back. I still want thick Robotnik. I still want, you know, I really do. I really want thick Robotnik. I want Jim Carrey to wear a fat suit. Yes, there are other actors that can but do the part and everything. But it's just like Jim Carrey himself has said, I got tongue tied there, has said that he has no problem wearing a fat suit. And a while back, I did a video of kind of like my theories on, are we going to get that version of Robotnik? Yes or no? We never did. It would have been funny as hell if we did, but we never did. But that's the only thing that I'm actually looking forward to is just seeing if he's going to come back. Oh my God. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. He can totally pull off the fats. Yes, he can. I just want thick Robotnik already. Like, I want fat Robotnik. I can easily pitch this idea to Jeff and say, look, you can easily just have him in hiding and out of boredom is eating, like out of frustration, out of stress, out of whatever, gains a lot of weight. And it's just like, At first you're like kind of like, who the hell's this guy? And you're like, oh my god, that's Robotnik, like, or Eggman. Now he's actually looking like an egg. He's actually shaped like an egg. You know, round body, skinny ass legs for no reason. Just that version. Just give me that version. But I'm still also what was it? I'm also still waiting on he ate too many eggs. Yeah. Yeah, he ate too many eggs. Yep, that's what happened. He ate too many. I'm still waiting on this is also another thing about this is that I'm also and I'm it would make a lot of sense too, and I'm bringing this banner right back, is to introduce Rouge the Bat in the Knuckles series. That way it's actually out of the way instead of like introduced in the third movie, like they did with the wedding scene with the sister getting married to a agent from Gun and or yeah, Gun unit. I'm just kind of like one, that was the one thing that always bothered me. That they could easily have done the wedding scene in the third film. That's my thing. They could have done it in the third film and actually incorporate Amy into the whole thing and have it almost like a girl power moment with Amy basically destroying everybody with the hammer. Uh, eggs are considered brain food. They are considered brain food. Hello. Let me see. Hold on. I'm sorry. Rouge is gonna pull all the furries. I'm not gonna lie. That is true. Rouge is gonna bring in a lot of people that have fantasized the hell out of her, and it's gonna be interesting. But I feel like she's probably gonna be introduced in that series in itself. So I'm just hoping that like I said, I haven't heard anything about Robotnik being recasted. Nothing. I haven't. We don't know yet. It could be a possibility. We just have to wait and see when they start putting up the production photos. Um, and we just have to wait for our first trailer for the new Knuckles series that comes out next year in 2024 because of how production and then post production and all that. And we gotta wait our sweet old time and all that. But am I excited? Yes, I am. I'm excited because now, but this is the one thing now. I'm just remembering now. This is the one thing that is bothering me now. Now I'm starting to feel like Paramount is starting to turn into a kind of like a Marvel thing where you have to watch something in order to understand what's going on. I'm hoping that it doesn't go like that because I don't have Paramount. I have to go now buy Paramount. I have to go subscribe to Paramount, and for many different reasons because there's a lot of shows on there that now I want to watch. But it's just more along the lines that there are people that really can't afford Paramount. Yes, you can kind of like go on the pirated sites and look for it there. And that's what I used to do back in the day with a lot of shows that I used to watch. But it's just like, I'm just hoping that they don't do that. I know right now Sonic is going to be competing against the Mario movies now. And I'm like, finally. But it's just more along the lines, I'm just hoping that they don't do that route. They don't go that route where you start watching the film and then you're super confused as to kind of like what is going on? What is going on here, here, and here? Um, that's what I'm kind of hoping that it doesn't go that route. Rouge, yeah, I feel like she would probably come in this one. Yes, going back to this comic right here. Yes, she will bring a lot of the furries into like from the furry community. They will come in flocks just to watch the show. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I can really think of. My show was very short. You see, hold on. The number of streaming services are out of control if they tried to get them to all the cost. Oh god. I feel like you're talking. Oh god, I saw that thing too. Okay, I saw that where they were doing a comparison of having how cable is less than all these streaming sites. I agree 100 because right now I am paying for. Oh, no, I like skipped a couple. Sorry, only Paramount because the free trial just watched the Halo series. Waste of a trial. Right now I'm paying for Hulu, which is not just like Hulu in itself. It has like Hulu Live. So I have that. And then I have Netflix. I have Disney Plus. I have it in the Hulu package with ESPN, which I'm just kind of like, I don't even watch ESPN. So I don't know why I have that. I just have it. And the only reason I actually did get it was because of baseball season. Baseball season is commencing right now. And I can't even watch the team I like. So it's just like, why do I have ESPN? Just okay, adding Paramount, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, etc. With basically you're paying full price for. Yeah, you are. Basically, you are. You literally are. And I'm paying for all this because now I was gonna get HBO Max, and now I'm finding out they're changing it from HBO Max to just Max because now they're combining another service, their Discovery Plus, together, and they're just gonna call it Max. So I'm like, okay, cool. But the funny thing is that since I'm paying for all of that, I just gravitate, and I kid you not, I gravitate over to YouTube. So I spend a lot of time on YouTube watching my friends' streams, or I am watching playthroughs of different video games that like I'm going to be purchasing. Let me see. So many stream servers are pushing people to the high seas. Exactly. Yes, they are. The only thing is the only reason why I want to get Paramount Plus, and there was Peacock as well, but I'm just like, I am not paying no $9 for Peacock. And the only reason why I wanted to get Peacock was to watch Parks and Rec. That was the only reason why I wanted to watch, was to get that. Paramount, the thing is that there's a lot of shows I want to watch, and there's Captain Planet. I mean, um, there's several things that they have. Paramount has Nickelodeon on there, and there's shows like, for instance, on Netflix right now, they only have up to season 1 of The Rise of the Ninja Turtles. To watch season 2, it's on Paramount Plus. So I'm just like, I gotta go subscribe to Paramount Plus just to go watch the Ninja Turtles. And this is bullshit. Like, I'm like, let me see. Twitch and YouTube are my go-to. That or I'm reading or video games. Yeah, Twitch is my go-to because I watch dance gaming. So yeah. Some Peacock stuff are on Hulu. Yeah, that I do know. I did find out that some of the stuff that's on Peacock is on Hulu. So I'm just like, oh, okay. So I'm just like, that's why I haven't really touched like Peacock at all. I will look at it every so often, but then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go over here because I know eventually whatever is on there is gonna end up on Hulu like later on, or it's gonna be on Netflix sooner. I gave let me see, hold on, what do you say? I gave up on so many shows because they change. Oh god. Yeah, that's kind of my dilemma for some, not all. But even then, it's just like so many streaming sites have canceled a lot of good shows that it's just unbelievable. Like Netflix had canceled the oh my god, the Inside Job, which was a really good show, and it was too real. It was too, oh my god, like, oh, this is too much for people. Then they took out, what was it? Paranormal, oh my god, paranormal amusement park, something like that. It was paranormal something. I actually love that show. Was it Q Force was another show that I liked from Netflix. Space Force was one that I watched, but it was so stupid that I just watched it because it was just stupid. It's just like they've just been taking shows off left and right, and the thing is that it's many different reasons. Meanwhile, Nickelodeon left some of their shows on Netflix. Glick for the Dead, and that before was the Inside Job, the Spanish one. The Inside Job was the cartoon one that talked about the government, of how the conspiracy theories. A lot of people that were into conspiracy theories loved that show. I liked it. I'm not into conspiracy theories, but it was a cartoon. It was a cartoon. I actually liked it. They only did up to 2 seasons, and that was about it. No, but yes, a lot of Nickelodeon shows. There you go. Dead End Paranormal Park. Thank you. That was the one that I loved, and they canceled it. And the sad part is that I went onto the creators' Twitter, and they said that we're in the middle of writing it. So I was just kind of like, wow. Oh, I was thinking of the bank heist one. I think it was the Insider. I think no, this one, Inside Job, is the cartoon. But no, for going back to for this one, this is what I don't understand about Nickelodeon and like it being on Paramount, but also on Netflix, because a lot of the shows and movies that Netflix has released, like the Invader Zim movie, the Hey Arnold movie that they released, is, I think it is on Paramount. but they still have it on Netflix. And I think they were supposed to have like a deal at some point that they were going to like a lot of the movies and shows they were going to stream there because the Rise of the Ninja Turtles movies there, Invader Zim, the Hey Arnold. There's just like a lot of old Disney, a lot of Nickelodeon shows on there too that is just kind of like, kind of a head tilt. Like, why is it still here, but yet it's not over there? iCarly is on Netflix too. So I don't know if they have that contract still with Netflix or I don't know. It's just that I know for a fact that Netflix just buys stuff and they just release it. Like, which is a movie that I didn't like, but I love the book, and that's The Woman at the Window. Actually, I'm like staring at it right now. Let me see. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's right there. Woman in the Window. And they butchered the hell out of the book. They changed everything. I know for a fact that you can't really translate everything from a book to be properly translated into like film without making some changes, but I didn't like it. That was one movie that was supposed to be released into theaters, but with COVID and everything being shut down, it was a property then that was just dropped. Like, okay, we're going to have to like put this somewhere or just sell it because we have it here. It's already done. Sold it to Netflix. Netflix had it up and then that was it. But no, I'm just like, okay. But no, like a lot of streaming sites make me question like a lot of different things about what they do and all that. And it's just to me, I don't know. It just bothers me. It just bothers me from time to time. Sorry, I was looking down. But yeah, so yeah, with that said, I am going to wrap it up. I told you guys it was gonna be a very what happened? Glitch trick. Let me see. uh Dumped onto Netflix, pretty much canceled. Oh, canceled without out of order episodes. Yeah, that's what they did with the Rise of the Ninja Turtles. They threw only season 1 onto Netflix, and then season 2 is like I feel like it's almost like a teaser too. It's like here's one season, but then if you want to see the rest, you have to go to Paramount and watch it there. Which is like I'm not gonna go do that. Like I tried to see if I can find on Hulu, and nope. But Glitch Checks and Michaela were supposed to be on on the Nickelodeon channel, but were dumped on Nickelodeon on Netflix, pretty much canceled. Okay, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes they just do little teasers here and there about it, like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna put this here, but then I don't know. I don't know what's up with Netflix at all, like at all. So yeah. Let me go back to my personal. So here we go. So let me put that back up. So I'm gonna actually wrap it up. I know this is a really short show because, like I said, it was a solo stream for me today. Um, tomorrow's a day off. Wednesday, I have a show that's gonna be episode 11, where our critics ruining movies and TV shows. Um, I have that open for people. I said in my beginning, the reason why I open up the invitation to people, if you guys want to come in, if anybody in my chat wants to come in and be like, hey, I want to, talk on that, let me know. Message me on my socials, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, message, or TikTok, it's a pain in the ass. But message me on Twitter or TikTok or Instagram, sorry. Follow me if you haven't done so, please do so. And yeah. So I will see you guys Wednesday. I'm testing this out a little bit. And I let me think. But yes, the Netflix, the streaming sites is actually becoming a really good topic because I actually had fun talking about all the shows that are just in misplaced areas. So with that said, I am going to vanish for the rest of the night, but one more time, tomorrow is a day off. Wednesday, I might change it up next month. I don't know yet. But I'm testing it out. My Wednesdays to my Thursdays. But Wednesday, I'm gonna be back on again. We're gonna be talking about critics ruining movies and TV shows. So let me see one more quick. I have a good one. All right. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take off for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go eat something because I have a slight headache right now. Also, I was streaming on Facebook. I'm gonna try to start streaming on a little bit more platforms. So yeah, I will I gotta like really organize my damn thing. All right. So I will catch you guys next time. And I really gotta work on my other stuff. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. And also, please, please, please be kind and rewind and have a great rest of your night. Bye.